In the world of potatoes as side dishes, there are a million possibilities, and today, one of the most elegant, one of the simplest, one of the most beautiful you will ever have. Fondant potatoes. Fondant means...
Say that a little bit more elegantly.
Fondant potatoes.
There you go.
I'm telling you, when you see these things, well, Max has already played my hand.
What's the point of me?
They see the open and then everything, nothing more is a mystery. The only mysteries is I can't find any of our goddamn videos because Max won't name anything what it actually is. Did we ever do a Philly... Sorry, I know, Siri, I feel the same way. I go to look up, like a Philly cheesesteak in our catalog of YouTube things. No, not under Philly cheesesteak. Max names things. I don't understand the thinking. I'm getting all worked up already. Just starting the day. Listen, these things are pretty. They're elegant. They're so elegant. You're gonna want them on the side of a dish for whatever. And you could do them on the grill. Close the lid, keep it like an oven. I tell you this all the time. One ingredient, 2 butter, 3 oil, garlic, rosemary, thyme. That's it, pretty much. And a little thyme, T-I-M-E, but not much. They're very simple. We'll start by cutting these guys up, and then the magic starts to happen. It's so lovely. Gonna love these things. You're gonna wish you were here when we're done. That's 2 russets and a Sam the Cooking Guy 8-inch chef's knife. By the way, you can go to shopsdcg.com to get this beautiful thing. I was gonna say bad boy. I hate that term bad boy. I so hate it. Here's what we want to do. We want to make little pucks out of this. So I'm going to use this little cutter to make my life easier. We want them like that thick. So watch what I'm going to do. Take this side off here, and then this side off here. And then simply like this. Out we go. Okay? There's one. It's a puck. And I should know because I'm Canadian. Well, except I'm not really a hockey fan. Don't want to disappoint anybody.
You're one of those Canadians where Canadians say to you, how are you Canadian if you don't like hockey?
I know, it's funny. Not every Canadian likes hockey. There we go. Beautiful. Roughly the same height. Perfect. But I'm going to take this little edge off like this, just to bevel the edge a bit. And why am I doing this, Chance?
To make it more beautiful?
To make it more beautiful. 100%.
Wow, I totally guessed there.
You got it. So I don't want it to brown. So I will take this and I'll put it in this water beside me. And then I'll bevel this kid. Now the rest of this I can save for fries or mashed potatoes or whatever I want. You can do what you want with it. I will now do this one. He goes in the water so he doesn't start to brown. You clean up your mess. You get ready to cook. All right, with a pan warming in front of me, I'll drop in a little bit of butter and some extra virgin olive oil, and while that melts, I'll take my potatoes out of the water and dry them off because oil and water don't mix. Oil, water, and butter don't mix. So just get these guys dried. Nothing like butter. Nothing like butter. And then when they're dry, in they go. Our goal at this point is color and a beautiful golden brown on the bottom. Ultimately, they will finish in the oven, but right now, we just want them in here getting color on them. You're probably 5-6 minutes away from flipping them over. And when we flip them, lots of magic happens, but until then, just let them go. And if you look, it's been, what, 30 seconds? Nothing. You can move them around a little bit just to make sure that they get their fair share of the butter in the pan. Until you see color on the bottom, just let them ride. A little movement's not bad because if you lift one up, you'll see that there's really not oil butter underneath it. So I'm a fan of changing their positions just a little bit to make sure that they stay bottomly hydrated. Well, that made no sense. Made sense in my head. Okay, it's been about 3 minutes, and let's have a look. How pretty is that? I want a little bit more color though. Oh my gosh, they're so evenly perfect. Oh yeah, a little bit more, another minute or 2. Then we're flipping. Okay, we're ready to flip, but just a little salt and pepper first. And then wait till you see how these have turned out. Look at, oh, these are the most gorgeous things I've ever seen. And that little bit of moving helped make them all absolutely perfectly even. But wait, don't stop there because now we have more fun coming. And here's the fun. More butter, a couple of fat knobs of butter. Got like 4 big garlic cloves that I've just peeled and smashed. We'll throw these kids in. And now for some superb extra flavorness, some thyme and rosemary. Same thing, we're gonna wait till they get a little bit brown on the bottom. But in the meantime, I'll get a handful of rosemary and thyme sprigs. And using my left hand, because Max is on my ass over here, I'll just baste with these guys. Look it. We did a beautiful prime rib on the rotisserie. God, you should put that recipe up. You won't, but it was so good. That we brushed all the way through with melted butter and a brush of rosemary and thyme. Beautiful, beautiful. And then if you want, you can come in with a spoon and just extra drizz on top of these guys. Hello, buttery goodness. How's butter a bad thing? If you don't like butter, you could do this with margarine. No, you couldn't. It would be awful. It's all about the flavor here. Don't even think that. I know there's a product. I can't believe it's not butter, but can't imagine it would work. Okay, continue on. Let's see how we're looking on the bottom. We'll pick this guy. Nope, not there. A couple more minutes, and then we're almost happening for the oven. All right, looking as gorgeous as they are, we now will do this. A little salt and pepper on this side before the oven. And the part that really sort of makes it fondant is we're gonna add some chicken broth. Could be beef broth. Fondant means cooked in broth. So that's a cup. It bubbles away. This is gonna help these guys soften incredibly. It looks gorgeous. And now they go into a 425 oven for about 25, 30 minutes until they're super soft. Say goodbye. And after 30 minutes, voila. Look at the gorgeousness. And now, see, you want almost all of this liquid has been evaporated, soaked up into these gorgeous potatoes. But I just like to give them a little bit of love after the fact. And then that. Oh my God, they're so good. And, be still my heart. Now we'll just do these guys right here beautifully. Oh, snap. Come on, come on. There you go, buddy. And then only this. A little bit more thyme, of course, right? You knew that was coming. And a little cracked black pepper. Shing, swing. So beautiful, so beautiful. So let's leave that all pretty for Max's picture. But now I'll take one of these guys out and look at him. Look at the browning, look at the little crust. And because it's an option, I'm gonna take a little bit of this roasted garlic that was in the pan on top. Nobody move. Tiny bit more of our butter. Okay. And then a little knife. Now just watch. Watch how easy. Goodness gracious. That bite. That. Yeah. That is for me. Just that could make you happy. But then this. Oh, it melts. Fondant means cooked in broth. I think it should mean fucking incredible. Holy effing S. These are magnificent. Guys, you got to get your head around it, and you got to do this. But they're so good. They're so like easily elegant. I don't want you serving it with like a taco. No. Like a nice steak. These would be beautiful. They'd be amazing beside some gorgeously perfect roasted chicken. By the way, if you have Sam the Cooking Guy recipes with intentional leftovers, there's a slow roasted whole chicken in that is fabulous. All right, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for staying to the end and watching. And don't forget, you can go to shopstcg.com to get, well, you know, our things.